Uh, Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to Lions of the Desert podcast. I'm Shoeshine Mike. We got a few things to talk about here, and I'm telling you, on this day, June 12th, with 105 strikeouts, Tarek Skubal is going to be pitching today against the Baltimore Orioles. Starts in about a half hour. Dave Major, the owner, is here.
Hello, hello, hello.
We just want to say welcome and let you know that we are brought to you by Detroit Coney Grill of Scottsdale and of Gilbert. We're going to talk about Gilbert and those in just a few moments. But this is the guy that's really been busting his ass and all that, right?
Speaking
Dave
of
Major.
105, you know how hot it is outside. Right?
It's 105.
Right.
So we have the same temperature as Terry Skubal has strikeouts. Okay.
So if he goes to 115 this week, I'm going to hate what next week is going to look like.
I think he's going to get more than that. He's got 105. Tonight, I think he's going to get another 15, 12.
He's averaging 10.
He's averaging 10. It's amazing.
Unbelievable.
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
So we'll talk about the Lions. We'll get there. Let's bring up the point on the Lions. Dan Campbell gets 28 more wins. He will beat Wayne Fonts as the most victories by a Lions coach.
Whoa.
He will beat Wayne the Fonts, whom I love. I love him. I love the cigar.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. 12 wins, 14 wins. That's 26 wins. That's 4 seasons for any other Lions coach.
That's the truth. It's so the truth.
Yeah, it is.
So,
yeah.
And he went 46-11 in the last, few. So I can see him going, that's insane. A Detroit Lions coach going 46-11.
You know what I love? It doesn't matter if you talk to a Viking fan, a Packer fan, or even a Chicago Bears.
Okay.
One thing they always say is, I do love your coach.
Yeah, they all say that.
You cannot be a football fan and not appreciate what Dan Campbell is doing and has done with that team.
Well,
and that culture and that attitude.
Yeah, because there's so many people I talk to that are like Chiefs fans and everything. No, we wish we had your coach.
Yeah,
we wish we had your coach.
No question about it.
Chicago, fight me. You got one of them, and then the Jets got another one. But I do not see a slowdown whatsoever. No. I do not. And
now, slowdown in terms of coaching, I don't see one.
But I don't see one.
That schedule, but Mike, you and I disagree with a little bit.
Gnarly.
Brutal.
It really is. Brutal. But I do want to say one thing. We all know Ragnow, retired. Frank Ragnow retired. Big Frank. But I'm looking at the new line. Glasgow can hold the center part. Okay.
I don't think that's the direction they've taken.
I don't really either. I think the Ratliff thing is where they're going to go.
It might not be week 1, but that's going to be the eventual.
Oh no, that's I was getting there right but Glasgow can hold the fort for a week or two.
Yes,
but Ratliff, you look, this guy's an animal. The mother mullet is his nickname.
The mullet? Yes.
Yeah, the mother mullet, and look at that. But Christian Mahogany has really shown promise.
He's coming.
They said he's doing well, and you still,
on.
of course, have Decker and Penei Sewell.
Tackles are solidified, no question about it.
Oh yeah.
And Glasgow is a veteran, so we're going to be good.
This is going to be all right there. I'm going to like that. But they said the big one to watch because of OTAs. There were 2 things they said. A friend of mine who's very, very good at this and has a podcast. He said, Al-Sini, as a defensive end, is going to be very good. He said it's going to take him a while to break in, but he's got everything Dan Campbell kneels down at night and prays for. Everything. He's got everything.
I'm going to tell you something. I saw a clip over the weekend. Someone got a hold of Zadarius Smith.
Oh, yeah.
And they told me, they asked him, when are you signing with the Lions? And he said, soon.
And I really would like that.
Welcome back, the Z-Man.
And
please.
I think he's doing it because now that all the other ones are being.
Look, it's not. I love the guy.
It's not Smith.
He put himself out there, listened to his agent. He thought he was going to get the $30 million a year, this and that. Lions are not willing to pay for that because if we were, Myles Garrett would be dressed up in a uniform.
Well, I look at it at $5 million.
And so would Max Crosby.
Yeah,
Crosby would be in the uniform too. Let's be honest. I know. We talked about that. Yep.
Oh, I would.
It's okay.
I would hug my teddy bear. I don't even have one. I'd have my teddy lion.
It's all good.
We got some things that we wanted that so bad, but I don't see the drawback. And the other thing he said of another player who put on 15 pounds and is running the show and just looks outstanding. This is going to be the year that Jameson Williams really breaks out.
I didn't know what first we were talking about, but I'm going to tell you something.
He said he's going to break out like it's scary. Amon St. Brown said that too.
So I have a question.
Okay, speak.
Let's rate the number 2 receivers in the league.
Okay.
Devontae is up there.
All right.
Okay. But now that I'm looking at it, Godwin is hurt.
Yes.
Who's a better 2 than Jameson Williams today?
I went through it.
I
really went through it.
Let's talk about that.
Now you're looking at LA.
Okay,
All
no,
right, and
no,
that-
no,
and they
no,
don't.
no. They got rid of Cup. Yep,
They got rid of Cup.
Okay,
All right, so that's gone. Okay, and I'm looking at all the teams. All right, let's look at the Vikings. All right,
no, Addison. Okay,
Addison-
hold on. Let me ask a question. Would you have Addison over Jameson Williams?
no,
Me either.
no,
Okay,
no. I'd
that's
take
my.
Williams. I would.
That's the question we asked.
Addison lets himself get
That's the-
bullied around by
That's
corners.
the question we
He
asked.
lets himself
Okay.
get bullied.
Who I was having a hard time. Maybe you can come up with one, but I was having a hard time
Packers,
trying to find
no.
a better two. Who would I trade? Because if we did get rid of Jameson Williams, who are you going to go get?
Oh my God, yeah. Oh, you know,
Who's a
and I
better
was,
two?
I was thinking in the back of my head, maybe that's why they got Tesla. But no, he's a number 3.
Yeah.
So it's him and Tim
Today
Patrick.
he's a number 3. Yeah.
Today's the number 3. So it's him and Tim Patrick going through. But Patrick has been outstanding, so they're keeping him, of course, for another year. I can't think of one. I'm going through the whole computer here. NFC South? No.
No.
Jacksonville? No. Atlanta? No.
No. I'll take.
You know what? The majority of their number 2 receivers are tight ends.
No, not out. You,
No,
listen,
I mean,
you got
they're
Otto
tight
down
ends.
in Miami, but I won't take him over Jameson Williams.
No.
I'm just trying to think who would I take as a number 2 over Jameson Williams.
I don't think of one. And I'm good at this.
Hey, to all of our listeners out there, subscribing to the podcast. Let
Chat's
me
on.
know if you know anybody that you would
Doesn't
have over Jameson Williams. And we are not talking about his off the field antics.
No,
We're
of
talking
course.
about white line to white line. What's going on?
Well, see, they even said that straightening out. He's working with
Yes,
the team.
yes,
he's
he's
working
working-
hard with the team.
Yes, he is. You know,
And he's asking questions.
Yeah.
And when Samuel Portis said, he came up to Samuel Portis and said, how do you catch it with the wrist of your hand? And Samuel Portis said he took him through it and showed him, and he started getting it like that.
beautiful.
Because Laporta's got that one hand down. Jesus Christ, that's just. And so I look at our offense. No, leave it alone. Still the 2 best running tandem in the back, you know, and they even got a few more people, but Khalif Raymond could take over if they did. You know, that's the way I look at it. And then you got your receivers, you got your line. I look at defense, and I'm really proud of the defense right now.
It's
I
doing
can
very
see
good.
Kelvin Shepard is going to be just.
I told
fine.
you we'll be just fine. I told
Just
you
fine.
We'll be just fine.
Because he's got the Campbell mentality, and he's got the people to work with now. And I love seeing those. Tarek is ready. All right, the safety. Tarek is ready to go, and then you got J.D. Reed. No,
You keep
No.
saying that wrong. You don't like that guy, do you? He's gonna have to make some plays for you to get his name right.
DJ Reed.
DJ Reed.
DJ Reed
You
and
called him
DJ Reader.
Reader.
Yeah,
You called
DJ.
him-
I always do that back. I think
That's
it's because
okay.
I've been in radio too long.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. He's a dog.
He is
He's
a dog.
He's a dog.
He's the number 4 cornerback. We
Listen,
haven't even
he
played the
got-
game yet.
No, listen, he's gonna be our number 2. I'm gonna tell you why. He
Oh
was
my God, I love
opposite
that.
of Sauce Gardner.
Yes, he
Everybody
is.
went him.
Yep.
Everybody threw at him for respect for Sauce Gardner, and he handled it perfectly.
Uh-huh.
Hey, everybody! I just want to tell everybody I love you. Thank you for
Yeah,
all the
that's right, he's gonna
support.
get back
I got to
to
get
work.
out of here, Mike. I'll see you.
It's a deal, my brother.
All right, brother. Yep.
Okay.
Peace out.
He's and we wanted to get David in here for a few minutes because he's the guy. He's the guy. And I found out he just told me something about the Gilbert restaurant on Detroit Coney Grill, and we'll be getting to those in a moment. But he told me about the Detroit Coney Grill, and he said that they're sit down service. It's full service. Over here, it's go up to the counter and you order, and we give you a number, and get what you want there. But the grills, no, they don't do that. It's a full service. So I'm really liking that. But let's get back to work here. We're going to talk about the Tigers. The Tigers are 20 games over 500, right? They're 45 and 25, 44 and 25. They'll be 45 and 25 today. Skewball's pitching. But we watch it more and more. The only thing anybody's kind of worried about is Jackson Joby, and he's going for Tommy John surgery. So, okay, we have to worry about that. And I don't see that as, we still have good pitching. And the trade deadline is coming up. And David and I were talking about that. And I'm sitting here, I think he was right. Bullpen and a starter and another bat. Grab somebody who you think might be a good DH pinch hitter or something like that, because sometimes these guys will go through something you want it. But I'm sitting here right now telling you, or baseball fans, what have you, without them saying the same. Okay? Without them saying the same. And the other thing, their schedule is actually not bad. Their schedule is actually not bad. They've been playing some good games, playing good games. So I'm digging on that. And speaking of good games, the Rockies have just come up and tied the Giants in the bottom of the ninth. Now they got them tied. They're acting like they win. Did they win? Oh, 8-7. Okay, they did finally put it up there. They came back in the bottom of the ninth to win 8-7. Hot dog. Bases were loaded. They came back. So that's really a good game to watch. The Tigers won't do that tonight. I want to see the Tigers get at least 10 wins in the first 2 innings. But I really love watching Screwball pitch. I really do. The way he kind of jumps around too, all that good stuff. No, you got it. You can't help but like it, and it's just too much fun. Okay, so we're gonna get this going. I just wanted Dave to get in here a little early. I'll come back. We'll continue, and I want to talk about my subscribers and people who I just love this on. I'm gonna go hit the little boys. I'm getting ready because I want that game. I want to see the catch up on the Tigers game when it starts and give out some few stats and maybe stay for an inning or two to get that on. So in the meantime, give me a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, now it's officially time, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Lions of the Desert podcast. We're talking all things Detroit sports. And we were mentioning earlier, yes, the Detroit Tigers are just doing a number on everybody. And you can't help but love it. You just can't. And the game starts in approximately 20 minutes. But we got other things to talk about. And one of them is the Detroit Lions. Now, just to get going, just to start out, you saw David here a few moments ago if you were here for that. We have open now Detroit Coney Grill in Gilbert, and it's at 144 West Queen Street. And the thing about it is it's sit down service. And I didn't know that. I thought it was like here where you walk up to the counter and you order and we bring it to you. But no, this is sit down service, and it's pretty cool to me. I'm going to go there next week for the first time and do the podcast from Detroit Coney Grill. Either next Thursday or the Thursday after. And it might be a Tuesday afternoon, as a matter of fact. And then we got here in Scottsdale, 6953 North Hayden Drive. We're just south of Indian Bend. I'm Shoeshine Mike. I call it play-by-play for all the Lions games, preseason and season, and playoffs. But God, we haven't had playoffs for so many years, but now we're used to it. We're used to winning now. I had mentioned before, and this is a true fact, if Dan Campbell wins 28 more games, and he's on his way, right? His last record is 46-11 right now. 46-11. And so 28 more, and he will be the Lions coach with the most wins in Detroit Lions history. And I just think that's one of the coolest things I have heard forever. Okay. Now we're going to get into some of the Lions games too, because I'm looking at a few things, and we just had the OTAs. All right. And two things that they said in the OTAs that really, really stood out. And that's the O-line looks fine. They couldn't wear pads or anything, but they check other things out. But this Hassani, right, from Egypt, right, hadn't played football, a little bit at Boise State, great record at Boise State, and did very, very well. Now we look at him, and then they're talking about Jameson Williams. And Jameson Williams has gained a little bit of weight. They said he put on about 10 or 15 pounds, and dude looks really good. He really does. Goff did a real long pass to him, 82-yard pass. 60 yards of that was in the air, right? Williams was there to catch the ball. He ran it down, and that was just incredible to watch at our OTAs, Of course, like I said, they're not wearing pads and carrying weight or anything, but he's fast, and I think he would have been able to carry that anyway. What I want to do before the Tiger game gets going, and we look at that, I want to go through the schedule just a bit because I called 14-3. Now, I'm not going to say which three. Last year I said we would be 15-2, and we were. But we beat the 49ers, and let's see, who was the other one we lost to? Tampa Bay. I didn't pick those two for us to pick those two doors to live to. I didn't pick Tampa. Anyway, so it was 15-2. And I like to go through the schedule as I always do. I let you know if it's an afternoon game, and they're very, very distorted. We only have 4 morning games on Sunday mornings, right? 10 o'clock time change, and then 11 o'clock afterward. And I think that's insane. The rest of them are Sunday nights, afternoon games. We're on Christmas Day on Netflix playing the Vikings. Of course, we're on Thanksgiving. And we got all kinds of Monday night games and Thursday night games. Amazing to me. So I want to go through them all, if I may. We open. Now we'll be here on July 31st. It's the Hall of Fame game. It's the LA Chargers. I still call them San Diego. The LA Chargers versus the Detroit Lions. And that's in Canton, Ohio. And that's the opening preseason game of the year. But it's on July 31st. It's not like in late August or something, I think it's because Labor Day is fairly early this year. And so that's what they're looking at. Now, first game, regular schedule, number 1 game. The Lions at the Packers to open. It's on the 7th of September. And it's a late game. The cool part about that, it's on CBS. It'll be on national TV. And they said we'll be on national TV with that. They have Baltimore favored tonight with Skubal pitching, so they better be good. So the Packers, they say they're getting better. All right, Christian Watson isn't playing as good as he has. I don't think Jordan Love is going to improve at all. I really don't. I think it's going to be the same guy. And I think they're hoping for the best. They did get a few linemen. They got a few other people, but it's the Packers and the way we swept them last year. So let's take a look. And the Lions played the Packers good. That doesn't matter to me what the weather is. It's September, so it should be a nice day. Should be a nice day there. And that starts at 1:25 in the afternoon. Then we got our first home game, and it's a 10 o'clock in the morning game. And it's the Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions. First and foremost, Ford Field is going to be sold out. Caleb Williams will do like last year and not be able to hear it. Okay? He won't be able to hear it. Ben Johnson is there. They've got a lot of people that they picked up on that team. They drafted well. They got Ben Johnson now from Detroit. And I don't see that as being a big game for them. I mean, that's their first coming back to Detroit game. I don't think they'll have it together yet. I really don't. So we'll take the Lions on that. So that's 2-0 Detroit Lions. Here's the biggie. The Lions at the Ravens. Ray Lewis is going to stop by. He lives here in Scottsdale. Ray Lewis is going to stop by and help me do the podcast. I'm Lions. He's Ravens. Hey, what the hell? And we always get a lot of fans from other teams here, too. You're welcome down here. The menu is wonderful. The bar is open. And if the Lions win, we always have shots of Honolulu Blues shots after the game. I don't participate because a lot of people know I'm in recovery. And I like it that way. But they're at the Ravens. The Ravens are a team to really watch out for. I see them as the number 3 power team and in the AFC. And, the Lions, either 2 or 3, take your pick. They got Eagles because they won the Super Bowl. They won. I got hit by a pitch. They picked the Eagles for number 1, but only because they won the Super Bowl. I don't think the Eagles are going to be what they were last year. I don't. You can talk about Jalen Hurts all you want. I'm just looking at saying that. So but the Lions and Ravens, it's a Monday night game. I don't know. That's just so up in the air. I will give that. I'm just going to give it to the Ravens just to head the one. The next week it's the Browns at the Lions. No brainer. Take the Lions over the Browns. They still haven't got it together yet. The Deshaun Watson thing ain't ready yet. Of course, everybody wants Shadir Sanders to be playing. He won't be. I promise you that. It's just the way it's going to be. Browns and Lions. So I'm 3-1. The Lions at the Bengals. Another one tossed in the air. Both teams are good. The Lions do have the edge on the offensive line. The Bengals do not have a decent line. And Aiden Hutchinson's going to have his way. He's back, and he's going to be murdered. He's got something to prove. And he will be the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Stays healthy. Doesn't break a bone like he did with Dallas last year. That was so horrible. That was just terrible, wasn't it? So we got the Lions and the Bengals. I'm now at 4-1. Lions at the Chiefs. Yes, the Lions will take it. It's a 5:20. It's a Sunday night game. Wow. Lions at the Bengals, by the way, is an afternoon game. That'll be on nationally. The Lions at the Chiefs. It's a Sunday night game. I have nothing to say about the Lions will win. Do you know that Jared Goff is 4-0 against Patrick Mahomes? And it's going to be 5-0. I don't think the Chiefs are ready for us. And, Travis Kelce is really slowing down. He might have some gas left maybe in the first quarter or first half. Fago Rock and Rye, available at Detroit Clinic Grill. Kelce might have some things left. I don't know. Baker Mayfield, and that's a Sunday night game. Back to another afternoon game. It's the Bucks, Tampa Bay Bucks at the Detroit Lions on 10:20. 4 p.m. game. Give it to the Lions. Baker Mayfield. The Bucks have not done anything to improve. They did good last year in the playoffs. They made the playoffs, but they're in that southeast, that South conference, and none of them are good. None of them are good. So I mean, I'll go with that. That gives me 5-1. 5-1, 6-1. Yeah, 6-1. I'll go with that. Then we have our bye week, and this is the greatest blessing I think of all. Last year, our bye week was week 4. This is week 8. We get it in 8. We get it in the middle of the season. So we got a pretty rough opening schedule, but it's nothing like what's coming up. This is where it really gets antsy. This is where Dave and I were talking about, everybody's talking about how tough this schedule is. On the 9th at 11 a.m., another morning game. It's the Vikings at the Lions on the 2nd of November, followed by Lions at the Redskins. Now, the Lions, Vikings at Lions, yeah, I'm taking us. J.J. McCarthy has not been good throwing, and I've watched him, and he's off. The kid's off. And he needs time at training camp, everything will come up and get back in the swing. But he'll have a tough rookie year, and they got the pieces, but the quarterback, which is the most important one, I don't think he's ready for it. And so we'll go 7-1 there. Now the Lions at the Redskins. It's a 2:25 game. You know it's going to be on national TV on the 9th of November, and I'm going to take the Lions on that one. All right. The reason I'm taking Lions on that one is I'm giving Lions my second loss Sunday night. Lions at the Eagles in Philly, and I just can't see the Eagles. We'll see. I pray for them to win. It'll be an exciting game, but I'll do that. So I'm now at 8-2. So 8-2, and that's the Eagles. The Giants and Lions, we'll take the Giants. I'm not even going to worry about that. 11:29. It's 11 a.m. morning. So is the one the next week because it's Thanksgiving. We won't be here. It'll be the Packers at the Lions, and that starts at 11 o'clock, not 10:30. They always were starting at 10:30. They wanted to keep that a little later to keep people's routines in order, and I thought that was a really nice thing to do. A good smart move to do. The Lions will take that. The Cowboys at the Lions on the 4th of December, and it's a 6:15, but I think it's a Monday night game, and it's a Monday night game. Cowboys at the Lions. That ought to be a hoot and a half. That'll be really fun. Now, here's the other game that I think we're going to lose, and I just don't mean to, but that's just the way it is. The Lions at the Rams, 2:25 in the afternoon. It will be a national game. They're not going to pass that up. We've been having our way with the Rams, but now we're going to be in their house. If we come in our house and losing, see how we do that. I would love for the Lions to beat the Rams again. That would be for me a really good one. And then Pittsburgh at the Lions. We get to see Aaron Rodgers again, or should I say this? Kirby Joseph gets to see Aaron Rodgers again. How's that? We'll put it that way. And that'll be it's going to be the Lions. We're at home against Pittsburgh, and that should do it. Now we end up with two division games at the end. One is going to be the Lions at the Vikings. That'll be an afternoon game. The other one is the Lions at the Bears. And we're not putting that because they're doing to be determined. It might be flexed. It might be ruled around. But the Lions at the Bears, that could be an interesting game. That could be a crazy-ass game. And but like the 4 early Sundays are good. Everything else is Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football. The Cowboys are a Sunday Night Football. Okay, I just learned that. And wow, that's just insane. That many. Okay, well that's fine with that. I look at the team, and they had a thing on ESPN this morning, and they had all the boys sitting around talking about Jared Goff, and this was with Greeny and company, and Peter Schrager had his picks or made some predictions, and he sat there and he said Jared Goff will be the quarterback to watch in the NFC. He's lost his coordinator. He's lost some players. He's lost his favorite center that he had for a long time. And is he going to miss a lick? Personally, I don't think so. I think he makes him more determined. He's one of those guys. Look how he's come back and being kicked out of Los Angeles during that big trade. That was. I mean, the whole world had a heart attack. I did too. And we didn't do super good that year, but then Goff got the hang. And Goff just said, "Hey, you're pushing me around. I'm going to show you I still got it." And he did. So we had that, and then let's see. Trying to see because I don't. Is it the Lions or no, they got the Yankees maybe for the next game coming up here on MLB Network. So I look at Jared Goff. He's doing wonderful. He's breaking records. One of my favorite plays last year was when Amon St. Brown threw the ball to Jared Goff and for a touchdown. Okay, and then but the Lions and the Vikings. No, I'm taking the Lions on that. The Lions and the Bears. That will be kind of really interesting to see. So we'll go from there on that and try to do the best we can on that. Now, I'd like to say hello to some subscribers. I'm going to go to Arrowhead BMW for this one. Cole Lauderman, he's the internet manager there at Arrowhead BMW. You can catch him online and go to Cole Lauderman. And he just does all the internet work. If you want to buy your car, he has everything set up to where everything, the license, the insurance, the warranties, everything can go right there online. And that's the day and age we live in. You can buy a car online. No one does it better than Corey Lauderman. You can call him personally at 309-339-1844. 309-339-1844. And that will be a fun way to do it. You got Eric Barrera, the Barracuda, I call him Barrera, at 480-486-4270. Eric is really a solid dude, all right? Does everything the right way. Does everything the right way, and that's important to know. He's very good. He's very sharp, and just a pleasure to talk to and hang out with. And here's my bad boy, Paul Kentner, also at Arrowhead BMW, a really fine salesman, does very well, and just has I think he does well with the ladies. He's got a very like boyish charm, sort of thing, and he looks that kind of boy fragile that women like so much with the glasses and the sneakers. But he does do very well and knows what he's talking about and studies his craft. So give Paul Kentner, 480-334-8878. And now we'll take care of Arrowhead BMW. We'll go through a few more as we go along in the ring. I'm waiting for the Tigers to come up because the Tigers are the talk of Major League Baseball right now. We are not even close to we're a month away from the All-Star game, and I'm seeing Tarek Skubal with 105 strikeouts. I'd like to see what he does tonight. I think it'd be very cool. And we'll get the game on. It's 3:35 now. So what I'm going to do is pretty much try to follow it on my phone for a few minutes. So I'm going to get that for a few minutes. We'll break away a bit. We'll break away a bit and talk about other things. But this looks like it'd be a lot of fun to have the Tigers-Orioles game. And we go in. It's at 3:35. Should be starting any moment. Game number 70. Wow. 70. And we got 45 wins. Come on. This will be a big one. Jeez. Good Lord. Tigers are to win the series against them. And I'm with you 1,000%. The win probability, Tigers 65-35%. Okay, now we lost yesterday 10-1. Casey Mize just kind of like, just went down the drain there. They're looking at Greg's list for who should be team captains in the National League. And we got Bryce Harper there, all the names that we've known forever. So let's see. All right. Let's go back. Tigers, Orioles. Let's get a picture there. 3:35. It's 3:36. They should be singing the national anthem and getting it going. All right, let me get this set up here. La, la, la. All right. First batter up will be Jahani Jones, designated hitter at number 1 up. That's interesting. Leadoff is designated as the DH. I've never seen that before. The leadoff hitter is the DH, and he's going against Arkin. And I don't think he has the best. I don't think he has the best as far as the record goes. I think it was something like 1-6. So it looks like they'll kind of try to rip him apart there and have fun with it. So the game gets underway. It'll be Jones against Arkin, and that'll be starting in a few moments. But right now, I'm going to get back to the Lions games, and we were talking about the offense. And I looked at the Lions offense and going through my own transfigures. Right, we'll start with the quarterback. Jared Goff's going to do fine. The Lions aren't going to take a step back. They keep telling they're going to take a step back because they've lost everybody. The big loss. I don't think it was the coaches. The big loss was Frank Ragnow. Jared Goff's partner in crime. And they knew each other very well. They could call off the plays. When he yelled kill, they knew what to do exactly. And I agree with a lot of people who say they think Ratliff is going to be, the mother mullet is going to be the new leader of that, and take over at center. So I hope he does. I think it would be very, very cool for that to happen. All right, so we'll see him at there. Now, the O-line. Left tackle, Taylor Decker. I like that. Left guard, Christian Mahogany, looks very good at OTAs, getting off the snap, trying to handle all that, and did a very, very good job of that. Then you go to the center, and more than likely it will be Ratliff or Graham Glasgow. Right, Graham Glasgow could be doing. He's done it before. He's taking care of all 15 games that right now missed. Glasgow was the center. He did it at Michigan, and they tried him doing it there, and he did a very good job of it. Good center, right? And he knows the players he's going up against. He's got some experience with that, so I think he'd do a good job at center. Now the right guard. Now everyone's looking at Ratliff. He might, if he's the center, right? Because they've been using him in OTAs and practice as the center. Then Glasgow would be the right guard. I don't see anyone else coming in there. Manu is not ready yet. They might try a few other hands, but I'll stick with that breeze. And then of course you have the guy himself, Panay Sewell, right tackle, solid as a rock, and I can't wait to see that going on. And we'll start on that. All right, there's the line. Running backs. How you do better than Jameer Gibbs and David Montgomery? Right? Sonic and Knuckles. How are you going to do better than that? You're not. I think it's going to be really cool to see the whole thing go. Come on. Let's get this game on. It should be on here already. And to the best one. But Jameer Gibbs is going to be a star this year. Jameer Gibbs will be a star. I can't see it any other way. So, and then you go to the rest of the offense. The tight ends will be Brock Wright and Sam Laporta. Laporta's ready to go. He's fully recovered from any injury he had. It looks really good in OTAs doing his runs or what have you. And then the receivers, Ahmad St. Brown, Jameson Williams, Tim Patrick. Okay. And they're just good. And you might see Isla, all the people we've gotten, and that we got in the draft. And then a couple of free agencies, but that's over. That's mostly over in defense with DJ Reed and JD Reed. And we'll see how that we get that going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be right back, and we'll get it going here for the Tigers game. Oh. Let's go. No, I'm sitting here checking it out, and it's supposed to say 335. It's now 343, and I'm not getting anything here. All right, here we are. There we go. All right, it was playing. Green struck out. Torkelson is up. Torkelson's up right now with Atkin. 1 for 2. It's 3 for 2 now. 3 and 2 on Torkelson. And we got someone at second base. I'm looking at. We'll catch up to him in a minute. But with 2 outs and a man on 2, well, Torkelson needs a little single, and we can get this rocking away here. That's a great one. I like that. I like that. 4 and 2. It's a walk, and that's pretty cool. Okay, so you got 2 men on, 2 outs. You got first and second, and Kerry Carpenter is now up. 2 men on, 2 outs, top of the first, in Camden Yards in Baltimore, Maryland. And, geez, that looks like it'll be fun. So, it's summertime, so it's pretty slow and lax. I know this is kind of like we're just going to be hanging out here for a while, but that's a lot of fun to do that with. It's 1-0. So that's a ball 1. Carpenter, and 1-1. Strike right down the middle. Down the middle. Torkelson walks at a full count. That shows me the pitcher. That shows me the pitcher right there. He's already got 2 on base, and if he's like this way through the whole game, he'll be out by the 4th inning. It's 1 and 2. So 2 strikes, 1 ball, 2 outs. Carpenter at first, Green at second. And let's see what we get here. Yeah, Detroit 44 and 25. Wednesday night be 45 and 25. Orioles at 27-39. Halfway decent. Come on, Carpenter. Let's see that pitch. Take a little bit of time here. The manager might have walked out to the mound. I'm following this on the old phone here. We don't have it live here. We'll see. Because I'm waiting for Scooble. I want to watch the pitching at the bottom of the first. And I'm pretty positive the Tigers got enough that they'll slap it around a little bit and they'll score. And Carpenter struck out. Okay. He had 2 strikes on him. He struck out. So, all right. There we go. I'm going to move this a little closer to me. We'll take the few timeouts here if they want. We got Screwball has 105 strikeouts. Is that insane? All right. Well, let's go back to our work here. I've got QB development. And QB development, 602-830-9755. QB development does 5 phases of construction. All right. I will say construction, but they're developing. They'll take you to the office. They will design, develop what you need. You want something new in the house? Housing market's kind of slow. A lot of people are fixing their houses up. These are the right people to call. I know Barty. I know Brad. I know Chris Chavez very well. All of them. And they're nothing but really good people. And they work hard. So faith-based organization. They're right over here at 8185 East Indian School. Okay. And the good part about that, too, you could go there and they do the design. They get all the legal documents that you need, right? They show the design, they implement the design, get the legal documents, go through the construction work, which has to be done. You could be right there with them. They don't care about that. You know how many people do? Oh, we don't want you around while we're doing it, blah, blah, blah. Well, these guys don't care, and they're pretty good about that. And then, the construction does it, the finish, you like it 1,000%. If not, they'll change anything that needs to be done. It's pretty much what we call the last call. If you're going to make it change your mind, this is the time to do it. And then it doesn't happen. I swear to you, they'll be on the show soon. They'll be on the podcast. Say hello. 602-830-9755. QB Development. The QB stands for Quality Builders. Faith-based and wonderful people. And then we'll go over to let's go to Hyundai. Let's go to Sean Wakari, a salesman I know over at the Hyundai dealership, Chapman Hyundai, over there on Indian School and Pima. Really wonderful place. Sean is a good player. You're in the market for a new Hyundai. Give Sean a call. He's a good guy to talk to. All right. And that's at 602-358-3200. 602-358-3200. A wonderful place to go. And we'll do some more as we go along in the next inning. I want to see Screwball pitch it. Here we go. The batter is Westberg. Okay, leading off, second baseman Westberg. So school ball's up, strike one, right down the middle, and strike two right behind it. Holy smoke! I think he's on tonight. Throwing 2 strikes in the first 2 pitches. He's got to be on tonight. So we got that going on. We have our subscribers we'll be talking to, and of course we keep an eye on our Lions. Keep an eye on our Lions. He threw a ball. It's 1-2 against Westberg. You got Torkelson at first. You got Wise at second. You got Ababe at shortstop. And I don't know who third baseman is tonight. We'll find out. But 1-2. And I'm going to do this too. Every strikeout he gets, I'm going to up his average. He has 105 already. And let's see if we get 106 right now. The count is 1-2. Nobody out. It's the bottom of the first, Camden Yards. And it's Skubal versus Westberg. Let's get the pitch in here. Huh. They're taking a while to get that in here. No, come on now. All right. There's a lot of people here already. Happy hour getting underway. A couple of fine ladies talking. Everybody just enjoying themselves. And he flied out. Okay, Riesberg flied out to Carpenter in right field. And Rushman's got a 1-0 count on him. Rushman. What a good name. Good German name. Rushman. Okay, it's 1-1. We have 1 out already. Skubal throwing him in there. ER is very low at 2.17, which is insane. And the only one that could do him good, I think, in the league is Skeens from Pittsburgh. And they both got a couple of very good pitchers here. It's 1-1, 1 out on the fly out to center. It's 2 outs, and he grounded out. So from second baseman Torres to first baseman Torkelson, 2 outs here in bottom of the first. And we have Henderson. Oh my God. Okay, Henderson's 0 for 1 so far. Of course, he's just first time up there, and he's got a good average. He's always been a good batter. And ball 1 coming on the outside there. Ball 1. This is kind of fun, just sitting in the afternoon talking baseball. 1 ball, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the first. Derek Skubal, man. I just love watching him pitch. And you got the Orioles too, who do not have a very strong offense. You know, no big name batters to talk about. And he had a single, so he singled to left. So you got Loreno now. I thought it'd be a 1-2-3. It is not. It's Loreno, and there's 1 strike already. First pitch is a strike. If you single to left, there goes the shutout. There goes that. Not the shutout, but the no-hitter. And the perfect game. Everything's going on. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's Loreno. Yeah, Loreno. Okay, I like that. I like these old names. Reminds me back of the old neighborhood in Detroit. Melting pot. You can tell by all the last names how much of a melting pot it really was. Here we are. 1-2, right down the middle. Swing and a miss. Let's get this other out here. Well, you can tell it's a slow time of year. It is, people coming in for a happy hour and what have you. And that's just the way it was. Yep. Loreno grounded out to school ball to first baseman Torkelson. So it's the end of the first. We go to the top of the second. We have Dingler, McKinstry, and Baez. McKinstry, as of last night, now leads the league in triples. He's got 8 triples so far this season, and just rocking right along. I really like that. So make it all fun. Yeah, look at that. I was watching part of that game last night. We lost it, but McKinstry just keeps hitting triples. I mean, that just. And he's not stretching. He's not overly stretching when he runs it. I've watched him. And he doesn't overly stretch when he runs it. He just has plenty of time to go. And he goes. Actually, I think getting a triple is sometimes easier than getting a double. Most people have a double because they don't want to go for it. All right. Well, they changed the pitcher. Creamer is pitching. All right. I don't know what happened to the other guy, Atkin. It's the end of the first, and they're taking him out already. Might have been injured or something. Pulled the muscle, or it's the Tigers and you can't win. Why should I bother? Man, this should be starting any second here now. It's been a long day at work too, so this course I do for fun, and it's wonderful fun. I can't wait for football season. Can't wait till we're up there and just having a good time here. It's such a good time to come down here when the games are on. So if you're a fan of any of the teams we have to play against, you are welcome down here. You're welcome down here. They try to keep it together, but they're pretty polite. People are nice here. Not man people. Man. All right. First pitch is a strike. Okay. They're calling a timeout delay. We'll see what that's for. I'll be back in just a moment. I'm going to try to see on another TV. there was nothing there, and on my way back, one of our old customers came in and I had to sit and talk with him for a few minutes, and so we got 2 outs. We're at the top of the second. McKinstry's up. Dingler struck out, so the guy's getting some strikeouts here. I guess they put the new pitcher in, and he's doing just fine. He's got a K, and we'll see what he does. It's 3-2 to McKinstry. Hit a triple, McKinstry. I just bragged about you having 3 triples. 8 triples already in this league. 7 or 8. I'm pretty sure it could be 7. But he has a great stance at the plate, and I just love watching him pitch. Watching him back there. Pitcher goes 3-2. What do we got here? He flat out to center field. So now we go to the bottom of the second. Screwball comes back up. Oh, wait a minute now. Boy, Baez came up and did a quick single while we were sitting here just chatting. It's kind of weird, the internet. It's kind of weird. So we got a man on first. We got Meadows up, and see if we can make something out of this. Just get him over. We're really good when we play with 2 outs. I've not seen a team this year play as good as the Tigers do with 2 outs. They've gotten a lot of their hits and started a lot of their rallies with 2 outs going. Sorry, I'm yawning a little bit. We're tired today. It's pretty hot out. Oh, so it's 0-1. Gave it a strike. It's 0-2. Another strike. 0-2. Man in first. 2 outs. Parker Meadows at the plate. Doug Kramer pitching. It's a D. I'm going to call him Doug. That's commercial. And Doug. And we'll see how that goes here. 0-2. Meadows such a good hitter. We got a lot of good hitters in this team. Really good hitters. Carpenter, Riley Green, a lot of them. Baez. And Meadows struck out. So 3-2, he struck out. Now we go down to the bottom of the second. Due up for Baltimore is Urias, Holiday, and Mayo. You see how Screwball does against them, and I'm going to wrap things up. But in the meantime, let's get a few more people here. One of my favorite people in the world, Robbie Lemon. And he works over at Kia, Mark Kia, over there in Indian School in Pima. And Robbie, been there forever, knows all the customers, young, very ambitious, knows his ways in and out. Give him a call at 480-425-5300 if you're in the market for a new Kia. They got the Kia Soul. They got plenty of beautiful cars down there. And it's always a good place to buy a car. They're always very busy. Robbie Lemon, 480-425-5300. That ought to be a good old time. Okay? And then we got them up right now. We took a long commercial breaks for baseball. Okay. Come on now, let's go. Well, we got one more shout out to do. Let's go ahead and do that while that's on. You go up the right Honda up there in Frank Lloyd Wright, 78th Street, and a wonderful man named Gabby. All right, Gibby is what we call him. His name is Gabriel and all this other, but it's just Gibby, and they love that. At 480-778-2440. And Gibby has been around a long time, knows a lot of people, and does very, very well. So I would love for you to go up the right Honda. If you're looking for a new Honda Pilot, if you're looking for all those wonderful cars they have up there, it's Gibby, my buddy Gibby, at 480-778-2440. And along with his friend Rocky. Rocky now is pretty quiet, laid back, and does very well with just explaining everything. Works very hard with people, good people person. Give Rocky that call at 480-778-2440. And last but not least, Hunter Bridgman, one of the most ambitious young men I've ever seen. Dresses to the T, always looks fine, does a lot of good work, wears awesome shoes. I mean, just always looks good, knows everything, and you'll love his appearance. Just a good, strong appearance and a good guy. Call him at 619-974-8770. Okay, and then we'll see how that all works out for all those guys. We're doing good here. We're moving right along. And I want the guy to come up. And we got Urias, okay, against Screwball. The count is nobody on base. It's 1-1, no outs. Bottom of the second inning from Camden Yards in Baltimore, Maryland. And they tried to get a little something going last one, and a man on first and second, but Screwball came through. And another strike. Ooh, inside curve in the corner. What a pitch. He's just deadly with that pitch. Yes, indeed. We're live from the Detroit Coney Grill. If you hear noise in the background, a little bit of music, people talking and having fun and having their lunch and dinner. This place is open. They do very, very well. And Urias grounded out the shortstop. And Mr. Baez threw him out to Mr. Ferguson. And that's fine. And now here comes Holiday. Holiday is one of their vaunted hitters. This is a guy with a good average, and he always plays good. Let's see how he does against Screwball as Tarek comes together here. All right. Tarek Screwball. I want him to get at least 10 strikeouts tonight. I don't want him to get people getting groundouts. So strike him out, buddy. Give him help. And we're moving right along here. Late afternoon here in Scottsdale, Arizona. If you're up in Michigan listening, and I have a lot of listeners up in Michigan and Indiana, Pennsylvania. I think a few in Indiana. Yeah, Indiana. Maybe one or two. I know Chicago got a few. So in that area. It's 1-0, ball one to Mayo. So, I mean, a lot of listeners. I'm just taking it easy over here. It's actually, what's it here? 4:06. So Detroit would be 7:06. And 2-1, another ball to him. 2-1, there's 2 outs, bottom of the second. Nobody on. Screwball versus Mayo. And I can't believe how they grounded out. He's usually a pretty good batter. So is Mayo. Mayo's got a pretty good thing going on. 2-1 is the count. We'll come up with the pitcher in just a moment. All right, boy. They stay busy here at Detroit Coney Grill. They're bringing out more food. Give me something, Screwball. Give me something here. 3-1. Tarek. He'll throw a lot of balls because he plays with the plate. When he's on, he's on. It's now 3-2. Give me your first strikeout, Mr. Screwball. 3-2, 2 outs, nobody on base. The Detroit Tigers, the Baltimore Orioles from Camden Yards in Baltimore, Maryland. And let's see what this last pitch brings to us. 3-2 is the count. 2 is the count. And what do we got? Screwball gives up his first walk. My goodness gracious. Well, I can't wait till July 31st. We have our first game here. Football's a whole different ball game down here. We do the Lions games play-by-play, and everything that pretty much can be said about what's going on in the world of football has been said with the Detroit Lions. I mean, we've got OTAs. They're going to skip part of training camps or skip other OTAs because they have an early game on the 31st. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but we do get 5 preseason games. So Dan Campbell can really, really check that one out. Strike 1 to Mr. Carlson. It's the bottom of the second. 1 man on, 2 outs for the Orioles. Mayo walked in a full count just a few minutes ago. And then we got Carlson up now and against Screwball. Tarek Screwball, best pitcher in the majors. And another strike right down the middle. 103 miles an hour. They've clocked that one out. You done threw him a pitch, Louie. You done threw him a pitch. All right. See what Baltimore's got. Baltimore's really come down. I mean, last year and the year before, they were really smack in the middle of everything, but they haven't been doing well at all this year. They're 27-39. You know, so it's 1-2 is the count. 2 outs, 1 man on first. Mayo, who walked on the last one, and we'll check this out now. I just saw something on TV, Tigers, but I didn't see anything. Okay, give me that other pitcher. Give me a strikeout. You need one. Because we're going to finish this at the bottom of the second. We've done pretty much a lot of what we want to do. I wanted to catch the first couple of innings just to check it out and see how Screwball does now. But it's too early in the game to really get all worried about it. And we'll see what happens here with Carlson. We got Mayo on first. Walked on a full count. Got Terry Screwball back there behind the line. And the count is 1-2. Let's see what happens when the good folks at Google lets me know what the next pitch is. Come on, baby. Oh, single to center. Mayo went to third. We got a rally going here. And now we got Cowser. So they call out to me. We've got a man on first and third. Okay, there's 2 outs. The count is 0-2 against Cowser. Screwball's up pitching there. Don't let that man score from third. Because a single brings him in. We don't want that. We don't want that. And it's the end of the second. Okay, I love it. Cowser struck out. There's his first one. So I would leave you here at the bottom of the second. Thank you so much for being with us today. We've been out for a little while, and like I said, it's kind of boring. We kept up the Lions a little bit, some thoughts on the really rough schedule coming up. And right now out, oh my, it's all going to be fun. Folks, do me a wonderful favor. Have a good evening. I'll see you next Thursday at 3 o'clock here from the Detroit Country Grill in Scottsdale, where we always have a good time.